Hey, it's good to see you. I am outside of a Big Lots in Greensboro, North Carolina, and it's one that has reopened. You know, Big Lots, I need to look it up before I record anything about this. So Big Lots is a company that's been around for quite a while, and they sell stuff that's been discontinued, overrun. Well, that's the way it used to be. They used to have really good deals. It was kind of like Ollie's. You know, we've made videos in Ollie's. It was kind of like that, where they would buy discontinued stuff or irregular stuff or whatever, and they would get it really cheap, and then they would sell it cheap. That's the way Big Lots used to be. But then they kind of changed over time, and it's like they tried to become more upscale or something, and they weren't doing well. I know I quit shopping there a long time ago because they didn't have much to pick from. Their prices I thought were too high, so I just quit going to Big Lots for the most part. Well, I think they went bankrupt or something, and they closed their stores, but they have started reopening some of them, and I found out that this one reopened not too long ago, like maybe just a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So I thought it would be fun to come up here and do a video, because we've done videos in Big Lots before. So I just kind of wanted to see, you know, what does it look like? Like, is it any different? Is it any better? Is it the same as what it used to be? Well, my nose itches. I was very impressed. Just as a spoiler, I'll put the video out later, like later this week or whatever. Big spoiler, I was very, very impressed. It is nice. It is a nice store, and I've noticed their prices have gotten a lot better. They have a better selection of stuff. Their prices are much better than they used to be, at least for now. Now, I don't know if it'll last. And the store, I was really impressed with how open and clean and nice the inside of the store looked, because that was one of my complaints. Was the store, you know, before they closed, you could go in there and it was always kind of junky looking and crowded, not with people, but there would just be stuff packed and piled everywhere. You couldn't really, if you had a cart, you couldn't maneuver through because there was just stuff in the way. It was kind of like being in Dollar General. You know how they just have shit everywhere and you can't move through the store? It's got to be a fire hazard. I don't know how they get away with it. But so it was just not a fun place to shop, and that's why I quit going, because their prices were too high. It was always junky in there, and they didn't really have anything I wanted anyway. So I quit shopping there a long time ago for the most part. Every now and then I would go in there, I would try to give them another chance, and then I would be reminded why I quit going there. Oh yeah, the store sucks now. That's why I never come in here. Thanks for the reminder. But it really, I was impressed. I was very impressed. So you'll see that video later this week. I give it a huge thumbs up. Much, much better. So if that's the way they're going to do it, now that they reopen, I would definitely come back. I would definitely go in there again. Because it's more like what it used to be a long time ago, back when they were still called Odd Lots around here. It was kind of like what I just saw in there. And that is worth going to, because they had really become a store that was not worth going to. So, wow, I was very impressed. So, yeah. So I wanted to tell you about Crazy Lady. That's not her real name. The neighbor we've been dealing with. Bad news is I was trying to get a restraining order. It was denied earlier in the week. Last week, it was denied. You know, you would think, everybody I showed these videos to said, you got a slam dunk. There's no way any judge will deny you a restraining order. I mean, clearly this woman is harassing you. Judge didn't agree. He didn't agree. He said no. She didn't. So according to this judge, and he was kind of flippant about it, I thought, a little bit flippant. He goes, did she come onto your property? I said, no, sir. Did she literally say to you, I'm going to kill you, or anything to that effect? I said, she didn't use those literal words. I tried to say that. He cut me off. Well, then what are you here for? What do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do? Because so I had him watch the videos. I have multiple videos. Crazy Lady came to court. She watched the videos. She said she was gardening. She said she was shouting because she was gardening. I don't know what what the hell, like, what kind of gardening are you doing that pisses you off like that? I thought gardening was supposed to be relaxing. Very weird. So, yeah, the judge basically said, you know, you're wasting my time with this shit. Get out. I'm denying your request. You do not get a restraining order because she shouted. Oh, and he also said I was provoking her by making video of her. I said, with all due respect, I was making video of her because she was yelling and screaming my name and saying, you know, she hopes we die, die, die. He said, but did she say she was going to kill you? I said, no, she did not literally say those words. Then what do you want me to do? That doesn't rise to the level of anything. I can't help you. You know, what do you want? He just said a couple times, what do you want me to do? I said, I've had to live with this for so long. He said, I'm not worried about how long you've had to live with it. What do you want me to do? And I realized it was pointless. I said, there's nothing I can do about this. He said, she is not threatening you. If you don't feel that your life is in danger. I said, I do. He said, why? Because she's scary. Quantify scary. Show me a video of scary. I don't see it. So, anyway, yeah, no restraining order. I have no recourse at this point. The police, and I did bring this up because she called the police on us the weekend prior, and she called the police. The officer told me to record her whenever she has these outbursts, and I mentioned that to the judge. Your Honor, we were just told recently by an officer, and I gave the judge the officer's name, and he cut me off again. I don't care. You were provoking her. So you made a video of her standing in front of her house. No wonder she was upset with you. You provoked her. I said, sir, again, I was making a video of her because she was shouting. And then I was told if I didn't lower my voice, I'd be held in contempt of court. I was told I was being combative and I needed to watch my tone. I was just so frustrated. Like, you really? So, his only advice to me was, you need to talk to your HOA because I can't do anything for you. I don't know what you expected today when you came here. I don't know what you expected when you filed the paperwork. But you're not going to get it. So all I can recommend for you is that you go tell your HOA about it. I said, Your Honor, they know. They know. Well, they can deal with her, but they don't. And the judge said, that's not my problem, ma'am. Have a nice day. Dismissed. So I know, and this is what I have to explain to people. See, if you have ever dealt with the court system, and I know it's not just here, you may think you have a slam dunk, you have an open and shut. You do not know what is going to happen when you go to court. Literally anything can happen in there. The judge could be having a bad day. You could just get a shitty judge. You could have a judge who thinks you look like somebody they don't like, and they are already biased against you before you open your mouth. And you'll never know. Crazy lady didn't really have to say anything at all. No. Nothing at all. I didn't get it because she wasn't on my property and she didn't literally say, I'm going to kill you. I want you to, do you want to see the videos I showed the judge? Now, she calls out my full name multiple times in two or three of these videos. I'm going to mute that out. Can you watch these and just, if you were a judge, would you consider this to be threatening and would you consider this to be at least harassment? I mean, could I get a restraining order for that? Keeping in mind that she lives 150 feet from my house. I would ask you to just watch this. I'm just asking for your opinion. And this, keep in mind what you're about to see. I've been living with now for almost 5 years. This summer, it'll be 5 years. I've been putting up with this right here. The behavior you're going to see is typical of what my kids and I have dealt with now for almost 5 years. Check this out. This lady drives. She just said my name again. She keeps... So that is what I showed the judge. I was told that I need to accept the fact that I am partly responsible for her behavior because I made video of her and upset her, and that was provoking her. So I need to accept responsibility for, at least in part, her behavior in those videos. She acts that way whether you record her or not. She does that regardless. You don't have to record her for her to do that. That's why I record her. It's because I was told by the police I need evidence of this behavior. I was told by 2 different officers to record her when she starts doing that. But then the judge is like, well, you're part of the problem. You can't win. So just because it looks like, oh yeah, she should definitely get something, they should do something for her, doesn't mean they will. And I went through this in a custody dispute that went on for 13 years. I was in and out of court for 13 years, spent over $32,000 in attorney's fees, dealing with issues that everybody in my life was like, well, why don't they just do this? The judge should just blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. So we were in and out of court, in and out of court, in and out of court for 13 years. It doesn't always go the way you think it will. And you don't have any control over it. All you can do is the best you can do. Go in there with as much evidence as you got, present it, and hope for the best. That is all you can do. And sometimes the judge has already made up their mind before you open your mouth. And you can kind of tell. They already made up their mind. Doesn't matter what we say. I've been there. Like, it doesn't matter. That judge has already decided the fate of this case. Nobody said a word. They've already made up their mind. Okay. Whatever. It's very disappointing. I will say I am very disappointed. I'm not surprised. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I had a weird feeling that that was going to happen. I'm not shocked. But honestly, even if I had gotten the restraining order, I don't think things would have really changed that much anyway. I don't think it would have really helped all that much. Because even if she violated it, I can tell you what would happen. I would call and report the violation. They wouldn't do anything. I'd have to go back to court. I would have to prove that she violated the restraining order. And I could yet again get another judge who said, well, you provoked her. You made her violate it. I'm not going to do anything to her. It's fucking pointless. It's just so damn pointless. So basically, we have to just live with it. We just have to put up with this woman. But again, the only advice the judge had was that I talked to the HOA about her, the Homeowners Association. So I did contact the president of the HOA about the situation. Right after I got out of court, I contacted the HOA president and told her, here's what happened. So we've been talking about it, and we have a plan. She said, I'm sorry that happened. That sucks. But look, we're very aware of her. In fact, she is not allowed on any of the common grounds in the community. She can, of course, walk and drive on the streets and walk on the sidewalks or whatever. She is not allowed in. We have a park, we have walking trails, we have a gazebo, like a little community center. There's a lot of stuff. She's not allowed on any of that. She said if she sets foot on that property, she could be arrested, and she knows it. Because they have had so many incidents of her basically just doing bad shit on the community's property, and making threats and damaging property, and it's been going on for the whole almost 5 years she's lived there, and she has been trespassed from all the common properties in the community. I didn't know that. That was something I just learned a couple days ago. Also, she does not own the home that she lives in. I think there's like a conservatorship or something. Someone else, we don't know who, it's probably like a family member. Someone else owns the home. She just lives in it. So it is not her home. Not that that really matters, but I didn't know that either. She does not own the home. It was her father's home, but he passed away a few years ago, and she's been staying there ever since. And the home looks like shit. She never mows the yard. She's got spray paint all over her house, all over the windows. It looks like nobody lives there. It looks like an abandoned house. It really does. I don't know why they don't do something about that, but apparently they've fined her multiple times and she's not paying the fines, but they're not really enforcing it. They're not pushing the matter. So, here's what the president of the HOA and I have discussed. And I'm going to talk to my neighbors about this too. Every time she spirals, and she used the word spiral, she said, I know what she does. She spirals. When she starts to spiral and she comes out and she starts acting out and, doing what she does, here's my cell phone. Call me. We have a liaison at the police department who is very familiar with her, knows all about her. She was recently committed because she had an incident at a school, but she got out after 72 hours. They didn't press charges. That's part of the problem. Nobody ever presses charges against this woman. They just let her out. So anyway, we have a liaison, our community does, at the police department. She said, I am in touch with this person. I will contact them. They will come out and at least talk to her, to see what we could do to get her to, calm her ass down. It may not help, but she said, definitely, if you or anyone else, if she does this, call me right away, tell me where she is, and we will get the liaison out there to deal with her. So it's better than nothing, because at this point, that's all we have. The whole neighborhood, we have nothing else. And none of my neighbors will do anything themselves. They will not try to do anything because they don't want her to retaliate against them. They don't want her targeting them. And I don't blame them. I was willing to try for a restraining order because she already hates me. She already thinks I'm the devil. So I have nothing to lose. Like, she already targets me. So what? I'll go for one. But I didn't get it. I didn't get it. So at this point, yeah, we just have to suck it up and live with it. We have to just put up with it. But at least I can call the HOA president, and she can call the liaison, and hopefully they can come out and try to calm her down. At this point, that's our only option. That's all we can do, other than just silently tolerate it, which is what most of my neighbors do. They just go in the house and stay inside until she goes away. If they're outside, even if they're cooking out or whatever, they just shut the grill. They just go away. They just go in the house and shut the door. She runs them into their own house. And I brought that up in court too, and the judge didn't care. I brought up the fact that she has documentation in this county going back almost 30 years of violence and threats and harassment against other people. Judge didn't care. He didn't care. Nope, don't care. All he cared about, he said, all I care about is what happened in this right here. I don't care what else has happened with her. I don't want to hear it. Do not bring that up again. I want to hear what's going on here and now, which I get it, but I kind of think it matters. Didn't want to hear it. Don't care. Zip. Don't bring it up again. So that didn't really go the way I had hoped, but I had a feeling it would go that way. I did. Especially, see, there were two people that went before us. There was a guy, it was two guys, young guys, like 18 years old. And apparently, okay, I'm not giving any names or details, but so what happened, these two guys, they were both 18, young guys. One of them works in a local store. And he had been talking to this girl. And there was this other guy that was interested in her. Oh, actually, no, hang on a minute. No. So this guy was involved in two things. So that was something separate. And then this guy was also here trying to get a restraining order against his dad. That was what was weird. So he did get the restraining order for the guy, because the guy, this was weird. Okay, so the guy, it was kind of complicated. He was there for 2 restraining orders. So he wanted one against this guy who, all the guy did was take pictures of his car in the parking lot of the place where he worked. He didn't communicate any threats, but he did come to the guy's work and take pictures of his car in the parking lot. And the guy admitted, yes, I did that. And why did you do that? And he didn't really have a reason. He got a restraining order. He gave the guy a restraining order for that. But then, okay, he got that restraining order. There were no threats communicated. He just took pictures of the guy's car, and he happened to see the guy taking pictures of his car. He didn't have video of the guy taking pictures of his car, but he gave him a restraining order. But I have crazy ladies screaming the shit you heard at me, and I don't get one. And I'm told to calm down or I'll be held in contempt of court. Make it make sense. So, okay, but then he also wanted a restraining order against his father. Now, I don't know what all was going on here, because in the middle of that testimony, I had a little piece of paper to go get the cell phone, because you can't bring cell phones in the courtroom. And I had the little piece of paper that signed by the judge to allow me to bring my phone in, because the videos were on the phone. I missed a big chunk of that story when I was going out to get my phone. But when I came back, the young man was explaining how his father was abusive. And the judge, he goes, well, how's he abusive? Well, he screams at me, he threatens me, and he slammed my head against the wall. Where's your bruise? When did that happen? I don't see anything wrong with you. You look fine to me. He is physically abusive toward me. Got video of that you made? Oh, that's another thing too. If you didn't make the video yourself, he won't look at it. Because I had the Ring doorbell video of Crazy Lady. He would not allow me to play it because I didn't personally record it. But the video I recorded was bad because I was provoking her. I can't win anyway. So he was very dismissive. Like, yeah, I'm sure he's really abusive. Look at him. Wow, he looks really mean, doesn't he? Huh. Anyway, got any evidence of anything? No. Next. Denied. It was really weird. I don't know what led up to that, but he was very flippant about it. And he was kind of that way with me, just very flippant. Just, that's all you got? Denied. Bye-bye. So I was afraid Crazy Lady would kind of retaliate and be an asshole. Honestly, she's been very quiet since court. I've seen her a couple times. She's been very quiet so far. She hasn't had a word to say. She hasn't said a word to me, which is fine. It won't last. I mean, it never does. She'll be quiet for a while, and then she'll pipe up again at some point. But for now, she's being quiet. But at least the HOA president is willing to work with me. And I need to get together and talk to some more of my neighbors, but, you know, hey, if y'all see her acting out, please call the HOA president, let her know. That's all you got to do. You don't have to call the police. You don't have to, just let them know where she is and what she's doing. That's all you got to do. You could just text it to her. Hopefully they will. Because all the neighbors are fed up with it, but they're scared to death to say anything to anybody because they don't want her to retaliate against them the way she has me. They don't want to deal with it. So for now almost 5 years, they've just been silently hiding in their homes and praying to God she doesn't pick on them. Who the hell wants to live like that? I can't believe we have an entire neighborhood that is basically held hostage by this bitch. And she can just do it. Apparently, she can just do it. And it's fine. How dare you even bring it up? You were provoking her anyway. I don't know. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen in my life. But no, I am not moving. I'm not going anywhere. I have been in that house now for 7 years. It is mine. I am so close to having it paid off. I'm not going anywhere. And something tells me, I don't know why, I just get this general sense that if I can just hang on, something is going to change. I don't know. I just have a feeling. Maybe it's false hope. Maybe I got hope for no reason. I just think if I hang in there, it's gonna be okay. She will either move away or I don't know. I just think, just hang in there, just report it to the HOA president every time. I mean, every time she comes out and starts acting up, report it every time. Hopefully the neighbors will as well. And just go from there. I mean, you know, and just wait and see what happens. Because that's all I can do at this point, because I have exhausted every option I have. I have exhausted everything I have. That's all I know to do. So I just thought I'd give you a little update. I wanted to wait and see if anything happened, if there was any immediate retaliation. There was not that I'm aware of. She's been quiet. So, we'll see how it goes going forward. But for right now, it's very disappointing. I was hoping I would get it. They were not able to serve her. I ended up going to court 3 times. The first 2, they were not able to serve her. The 3rd time, they finally had served her. Yeah. So it didn't go the way I hoped it would, but honestly, I'm not that shocked. Anyway, I'm gonna get on with my day. I'm enjoying a nice day out. And Trader Joe's is right across the street from this Big Lots, and I'm gonna go over there and see what I can find. I'm gonna get some. They have these frozen chicken fillet breasts that are really good. I'm at least gonna pick up a couple packs of those while I'm over here. They are so yummy. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all your kind words and everything. Do you think I provoked her? I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if you record her or not. That's how she acts. That's what she does. And she will come in and out of her house, sometimes throughout like an entire day. She'll do it all day long. Just every little bit or so, she'll come out and start screaming, and then go back in and come out and scream some more. And she'll do it all day. And there can be nobody out there. She's like a perpetual motion machine. She psychs herself up. Like nobody's out there. She's screaming at nobody. And you just want to go out there and just say, shut up. Just shut the hell up. God, it is so awful. But we just have to live with it. We just have to live with it. Suck it up. Just sit in your house and tolerate it. I guarantee you, if this bitch lived in that judge's neighborhood, he wouldn't tolerate it. Her ass would have been booted out a long time ago. If she did this shit in his neighborhood, I promise you, he would have a very different attitude about it. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to Trader Joe's. I'm going to forget about it for now. It sucks, but hey, at least she's been quiet. So I'm trying to find the positive here. She's been quiet, and the HOA lady is willing to work with us, and the liaison hopefully can help out too. So it's better than nothing. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.